In the last part, we saw Yu's survival story from the icy lake. Now, he and Chu Xiao stood in the courtyard. Looking at her, it seemed like he wanted to say something, but he did not talk. Even after a long while, the moonlight seemed rather faint. Yet, one could hear the sounds of the festival from afar, raising an auspicious cacophony. Even though she could not see the scene, Chu Xiao could already feel the happiness of the civilians as they danced. After a long while that seemed like a mere instant, Yu finally spoke. "Go and sleep." Chu Xiao nodded as she calmly smiled. "You too." As the door closed slowly, it blocked out the moonlight as well. The sea of moonlight turned into a white belt. Before turning into a stand of white hair and eventually gave way to darkness, standing at the door, she held down on the door. She could tell that the person outside the door had not left. The freezed wind howled as the trees outside of the window swayed, casting a ferocious shadow on the window. As the house glass ticked away, finally there was a sound of footsteps resounding. Very slowly, it faded into the distance. The wind suddenly got stronger, so strong that even the door could not longer hold it back. As the wind speeded through the crevice of the door, bringing a bone-chilling coldness, Chu Xiao leaned her head on the door and closed her eyes in the darkness. By the time Yu returned to his residence, Yu Qi had just received a letter from Xiao Fei. This young servant, who had already become a general, was all smiles as he kept the letter in his sleeves while greeting Yu. Yu Qi stood out at the door with an exceedingly good mood, and even as he saw Yu, he could not hide his joy. "Xiao Fei sent a letter?" asked Yu. "Yes," Yu Qi said. "Hire is 1 month old already." After the years that they had fought together with each other, even though nominally they were master and servant, they were more like brothers already. Reminded of how Xiao Fei had just given birth to another son, seeing Yu Qi beaming in joy, Yu could not help but to smile. He said, "When we head back, I will prepare a gift for your son." Yu Qi smiled and replied, "Thank you, master." "How is Moer?" asked Yu. "He is good," Yu Qi crisply replied. Oh Young Mo, who had been brought back by Yu, was currently being brought up by Xiao Fei. To this kid who had lost all of his family members, perhaps this would be the best option. He has been learning acupuncture from Mr. Bai. He seems to be extremely talented. "Master," Fang Chu came in and informed, letter from General Fang. Ever since Yu Qi was made a general, Fang Chu has become the bodyguard for Yu. He was born in Qinghai, and his ancestors were criminals who had been banished. After swearing loyalty to Yu, he followed the Wei Empire. Silent and untalkative, Fang Chu was a determined person and was definitely not any normal person. Even Yu Qi had been impressed by him. The seal was untouched. Yu opened the letter and read it before passing it to Yu Qi, before asking, "What do you think?" Yu Qi replied, "Prince, Yuan Yang will not so easily give up. Once the Seventh Highness returned to the country and formed an alliance with Master, all of Yuan Yang's efforts from the past 2 years will be wasted. Even as Wei Guang is old, Wei Shui is full of ambition. He must be guarded against. Yuan Yu nodded as he replied, "This person is brilliant and knows what to do at the right time. Yet his judgment has been clouded as of late, and he still has such plans even at this moment." "What should we do?" asked Yu Qi. "We would follow through with the original plan. Inform Xu Yang to be more careful. At this moment, Wei Shui cannot achieve much. We should be more worried about Yan Bei's movement." Yu Qi nodded. Yuan Yu asked, "What about the issues about the transfer?" "Master, rest easy. All of Cheng Yu's business are currently in emergency operations. Lord Chao Ming and Mr. Ling have discreetly recruited large number of talented from all fields. The Ling Empire was particularly concerned by the matter we suggested and had personally sent Master Shan to assist us. In the first place, the food production has been greater this year, and we no longer need to rely on the inner lands. The person overseeing matters in Qinghai now was Fang Guangqiang, Fang Chu's uncle, also Yuan Yu's subordinate back in Xinghai." Fang Chu emotionlessly replied, "Uncle just sent a letter yesterday informing that everything is well and everyone is waiting for your return." "Okay," Yuan Yu calmly nodded. "Inform everyone to hasten their pace. Once we have settled the matter here, we will head over." Fang Chu nodded, and with his head lowered, the back of seeing how Fang Chu had left earshot, Yu Qi frowned and asked, "Master, this subordinate does not understand." "I know what you are thinking about." In the clear moonlight, the pristine moonlight gently soaked into his clothes. With a tinge of mercilessness, the man's eyes were narrow. He lost the touch of the arrogance of his youth and seemed calm like water in a well full of wisdom. "You want to ask, when I was presented with this golden opportunity that the empire is in such a weakened state, with factions wrestling power with each other, along with such a major enemy at its border, why had I not taken this chance to take over the family, and following which I replaced the Yuan family as the ruler?" Yu Qi was stunned and immediately kneeled to the ground. Yet he did not miss his word, said, "This subordinate is insolent, but I really do think that way." Thank you for staying with me, and I am going to share the story continuously. Stay with me, subscribe and like the video to support me. Thank you.